Greetings and salutations. Tonight I've got 3 Dogman encounters coming from the Carolinas from subscribers. There's nothing better than a subscriber encounter for me because it brings back my encounter. Before we start our encounters, I'd like to have a little announcement or whatever. My PayPal link is in the description to help keep this channel commercial free. Also, my merch link is in the description, and second channel dedicated to creepypastas and voice acting is in the description. If that's anything that you're interested in helping me out with, feel free to check them out. Other than that, just thanks for coming and listening. And with that, let's get on with the encounter, shall we? Our first encounter comes to us from Sumter County, South Carolina, fall of 2001. Hey Jeff, my name is Daniel and this is my Dogman encounter. I live in Sumter County, South Carolina, and one fall day in 2001 I went to visit my dad who lives about 50 miles from me. So I leave around 9 a.m. and start driving. I've got my music on low and come to a 4-way intersection. There's a guy pulled off and he's having a difficult time changing his tire. I stop and help him out. He says thanks and we drive off in opposite directions. I'm about 5 minutes back into my drive and I round a curve and to my right I notice some movement. Slowing down, and upon closer look, it's a massive 7-foot dog/human thing dragging a deer into the woods. From behind I clearly see it's walking bipedal, bushy tail and wide canine ears. It was having no trouble dragging the deer with its claw-like hands into the woods. It never once turned to look at my car. Weird, right? Thanks, Jeff. Our second Dogman encounter from the Carolinas. Hey Jeff, this is my Dogman encounter. I'm choosing to remain anonymous and will only say this happened in North Carolina. Anyway, it's short, but it scared me and still does to this day. So about a year ago, June 2017, I'm driving around and pull over to respond to a text. My passenger window is down and the tree line is about 7 to 8 feet from the side of the road. The moon is full and I can see around me, so as I'm texting, to my right in the woods I hear a loud crashing of branches and small trees. I put my phone down and look towards the woods. Suddenly, I see this thing with canine ears and a huge snout come crashing out of the woods. I throw my car and drive and punch it. I'm going 15 to 20 miles an hour quick, and this thing is running aside of my car on the side of the road. I look down, I'm going 35 miles an hour, and it's still next to me. And it stays with me till I hit 50 miles an hour. I look back in my rear view mirror and see this massive creature just stop and walk back into the woods. That was the scariest thing to ever happen to me. Thank you for sharing my story, and please be careful in rural North Carolina. Our third and final subscriber story comes to us from Kershaw, South Carolina. Jeff, I think your channel is great and helped me open up about my Dogman encounter. I live in Kershaw, South Carolina, and one summer day, myself and my friend Bob decided to go fishing. We both grab our fishing gear and sidearms and jump on our ATVs and ride out to our favorite fishing hole. So Bob is about 30 feet from me, and about 20 minutes into fishing, bam, I hook one. As I'm taking it off the hook, I hear sticks and brush crackling and breaking. I call Bob over and we don't hear shit. A couple of minutes later, they hear it again. About 10 feet away, I see a pointed dog-like ears and hear this sickening popping sound. Then this huge half-human, half-dog comes walking out. It's at least 8 feet tall and maybe 400 pounds. It had a skinny, almost hairless tail, and its eyes were glowing like the sun. Its face looked like a German shepherd, but its muzzle skin was torn away and appeared to be missing some teeth. It starts to growl, and Bob shoots 2 times, missing it. His third shot blasted it right in the shoulder. It cried out in pain and ran back into the woods. We jumped on our 4-wheelers, grabbing only what was close and fast to get. The whole way back, we felt like we were being watched. We get back to my house, and 2 other creatures come out and stare at us for about 30 seconds. Neither one was the one that we saw down by the lake. The biggest was silver in its chest and growled once and turned around and went back into the woods. Bob called his uncle, who was a cop, and he said, "Forget about what you saw, or this won't be the first time the force will cover something like this up. Please, everyone, be careful out in the woods." I want to thank everybody tonight for coming and listening to these 3 subscriber Dogman encounters. I'd like to apologize briefly for the length of the video. I really didn't think it'd be that short, but I still wanted to get something out to you guys. Hopefully my next video will be a little longer. With that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I look forward to narrating some more stories for you guys very soon. Also, if you are a subscriber or not a subscriber and you've got a Dogman encounter or any cryptid encounter or any kind of paranormal encounter, feel free to send it to my email if you'd like me to narrate it. I love narrating subscriber stories, so please do. And with that, I bid you farewell and have a great night.